what's up everybody, everyone forward with another action figure review, and this time we're taking a look at yet another SH Figuarts Star Wars figure, and this time it is going to be on the Clone Trooper Phase 2 by Bandai Tamashii Nations, just released. I'm really excited, getting some fresh new stuff. Now, it's not entirely fresh because it is a reissue of the previous Clone Trooper, except it has a different helmet. I believe everything else seems to be the same. I don't see any differences in the armor except for the helmet, but nonetheless, this is the Clone Trooper from the Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. So from the last one that we saw was Attack of the Clones. This is Phase 2, so this is the Revenge of the Sith version of the Clone Trooper. I don't believe this came out in Attack of the Clones. I really don't think so. But anyways, here's the side of the box. We have a picture of the Clone Trooper. Here's the other side. So comes in the standard SH Figuarts Star Wars box that we're all used to. And here we have the back, some poses there. And I'm so happy that they didn't make this an exclusive, because normally when they make figures that use kind of the same mold, and it's not that much of an upgrade, it's just like a helmet switch or whatever, they make it into an exclusive, like they did with the Unmasked Kylo Ren SH Figuarts. It's an exclusive, and they always end up being like $80 to $90, almost $100. So it sucks, you know. I'm glad something little like this, just a helmet swap. It's just a regular release, 40 bucks, 50 bucks shipped, whatever. That's the normal retail price for these. So I'm glad it's not an exclusive. Anyways, let's crack it out the box. Alright, and here we have the Phase 2 Clone Trooper out of the package, and looking just like the previous Clone Trooper with the nice, smooth plastic for the white. It's not a shiny armor, shiny plastic that they used for the original trilogy Stormtrooper or the Force Awakens one that you saw it nice and shiny. It's got that gloss to it. This is using the same plastic, same paint that it did for the Attack of the Clones version of Clone Trooper. So I'm glad. It looks good. I like this weight. This is very nice, and I think they sculpted that helmet very nicely, and it came out great. The paint on the figure is pretty good. All we got is white, black, and a couple of little details here with the blue on the helmet, some gray there. Everything is spot on. Everything's nicely sculpted as well. Very cool. As everything else looks familiar because it's the same body as the previous Clone Trooper that we got. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. It comes with a long gun that is exactly the same as the Clone Trooper Attack of the Clones version that we got. So here we got, it's just straight black, a little bit of gray on that. On this piece right here, we have the screws painted gray, so that's nice. Or not gray, but silver. Here, so tiny little details like that, it's always amazing for me. So there's the long gun. He also comes with a short blaster gun right here. So we're all familiar with this. And then onto the hands, we have the two fists are on the actual figure. Then we have open hands like this. So very nice. Then we have these hands right here, almost like it could hold a binocular, but this is, I think, to hold the barrel of the gun. And then we have these pointing fingers right here, which is not just for pointing. I think these are trigger fingers, so it lays the finger on the trigger. So there you have it. Hold the gun with these right here. All right, taking just a little close look at the helmet right here, you can see the new sculpt looking very good, very movie accurate. This is probably the only way well, not technically, it's not the only way you could get this this version of the Stormtrooper. If you collect Star Wars The Black Series by Hasbro, they did make the Amazon exclusive 4-pack, and it does include this Stormtrooper inside that 4-pack. But that's the only way you can obtain this version of the Stormtrooper, or Clone Trooper, I guess you can say, not Stormtrooper. Sorry, Clone Trooper. Unfortunately, I do not have a loose version of the Amazon exclusive Clone Trooper Phase 2 to compare this to, but it's okay. Let's just focus on this one for now. We have the articulation is just like before. We have the head on a swivel there, left and right goes up, but it is extremely hindered by the helmet. It doesn't really go up at all. The helmet hinders it completely, so it just looks straight, so that's unfortunate. Looking down only gets you that much unless you bend the torso, so there's that. The arms go forward and back, in and out. Those shoulder guards are very nicely articulated, so it does not hinder anything at all, so I love that. We do have a bicep swivel. The shoulder joints do kind of go around like that. Double jointed elbows right here, got the little elbow guard. Swivel at the forearm, swivel at the wrist with a hinge on the wrist. Diaphragm joint, so you can go all the way around like this. Tilt left and right, crunch forward and back, so that's good. Swivel at the waist as well as the diaphragm joint. The belt is a loose piece. The leg go forward until it gets hindered by that. it doesn't really drop down SH Figuarts style, so you're gonna have to kind of rotate it sideways so that this part of the leg armor does not hit his groin area. So tilt it to the side, and that's as good as you can get his leg going forward. In and out about this much, so that's good. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. We have the ankles going forward and back, ankle pivot, ankle swivel, and then the toe articulation right there. Alright, so right before I end the video, I'm going to go ahead and show a little comparison here between the two. Here is the phase 1, I guess you can say, clone trooper from the Attack of the Clones. You can see the difference in the helmet there. So nice. You see how they use the exact same body mold, but that does not bother me at all because that is accurate to the movie. I'm just overall happy that we got this version of the clone trooper. So now those army builders could go ahead and start army building the phase 2 version of it and have an entire clone army. It'd be really cool to see that. And I know these are a little bit more pricey than Hasbro's Star Wars Black Series, but at least they're not exclusives, so they're a little bit easier to get. But with that said, I really like the figure. He has the same issues as the original Phase 1 version because the armor kind of hinders some of the articulation. As you saw with the leg, can't really bend it forward unless you tilt or rotate the leg sideways and then move forward. Even bending the elbows, I really didn't notice until I tried to pose him in this very easy, just vanilla pose with the gun. And his arm only bends at a 90-degree angle. It doesn't bend like a double jointed elbow. Even though it does have a double jointed elbow, it doesn't really bend. Because of the armor, you can see how the armor is touching, doesn't really bend as much as I would like it to. You know, that goes with the legs and all that. But that is the armor. You're not going to get him making any type of super dynamic poses. He is a clone trooper, you know, he is in armor, so it's okay. All you need him is aiming his gun or just holding his gun, and that's your clone trooper right there. It's, in my opinion, that's all I need. Anyways, the figure is awesome. I think they did a great job on it. Sculpt and paint came out nice. What else can I say? It's a clone trooper phase 2. So I hope you guys enjoy the review. I really like the figure. It's a great addition to the Star Wars collection. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys like, and you guys have a great day. Bye.
Crispy.